met hard and met fast by number 31 of that defense, Darrell Green, a name that I have said again and again tonight. Darrell Green making a huge tackle.
Welcome to 24 Hour Sports. You are now here with Darrell Green. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I had an interesting video that came across my mind today. The thing that I'm going to go into today, the topic of the day, we're going to be ranking the top 5 NFL futures. When I say NFL futures, to clarify, a lot of people, they might be thinking their team is better, their team is good, their team has a young core. I'm doing this video based off guys 23 and younger. So if you don't have young studs on your team 23 and younger, your team might not make this list. I'm going 23 and younger. And I'm not basing it on projection. I'm basing it on how they playing right now and how can I project that. If a guy has potential but he's not performing right now, he may not have your team on this list. I'm going off guys who are performing right now and are going to project well. So let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, I got the Seattle Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, Tariq Woolen, Kobe Bryant. I believe that's a great young core. That's what Pete Carroll wants to build with. He likes to build from the ground up, get a running back, get some solid guys in the secondary. I believe this is potential offensive rookie of the year and potential defensive rookie of the year. That's a great way to build a young core. That's my number 5 team. Coming in at number 4, I have the New York Jets. We already know what the Jets possess. Sauce Gardner, Breece Hall. I'm sad he got injured. But Sauce Gardner, Breece Hall, and Garrett Wilson. All 3 potential guys who can be at the top of their position in a few years. Playing great right now as rookies. I love what I'm seeing. That's my number 4 team. Okay, so right here, now we're getting more into the proven players. Coming in at my number 3 team, I have the Denver Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, Pat Surtain, Javonte Williams. I believe that's a great young core. Pat Surtain, I believe he has the potential to be one of the best corners in the NFL. Jerry Jeudy, coming out of college, he was the best route runner in that draft. We haven't seen the numbers blow up just yet, but I believe that offense hasn't blown up just yet. Letting Russ cook, it hasn't been a lot of good food, a lot of good eating, so that still has to get on track. But I believe Jerry Jeudy is still a good receiver, and the number 3 guy in that young core is Javonte Williams. Nice young running back. He got hurt, but he's still a good, talented player. He will be back because he's young.
I'm watching you.
Okay, so coming in at my number 2 team, I have the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, it's not a 3-player, 4-player group. It's JAMARR Chase and T. Higgins. I believe JAMARR Chase is more talented and valuable than a couple of guys in a young core. He's more valuable than having 2 or 3 guys who are decent rather than having one guy who's elite. I believe he's a top 5 receiver right now. T. Higgins, I like him as a number 2 receiver. I like that team. And they have Joe Burrow. He's not a part of the young core because he's a little older. He was older coming out of the draft, but he's still going to be their quarterback. So I believe that plays into it. That's the Bengals franchise quarterback. That's my number 2 young core. I like Chase. I like Higgins. Coming in at number 1. Everybody gonna hate this pick, but I got the Dallas Cowboys. I got CD, MICAH, and Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith is going to take a little more time to become a dominant offensive lineman, but MICAH is already a top 3, top 2 defender in the NFL. CD, a good receiver. Solid. So, like I said, having one elite young player in your core, that boosts your value, that boosts that core because you can build around that player. I understand there are teams that have a couple of young guys, had a good draft, but MICAH is better than everybody on this list. He's better than JAMARR Chase. He's better than every player that's on this list. So, therefore, they have the best young core. And CD's not a slouch either. He's a good receiver. Tyler Smith, you know, he's still developing. He's an early project. They didn't expect him to come in and be a dominant tackle right away. So, I believe he'll still develop into a good tackle. But they have to be my number 1 young core right now. And this wraps up my top 5. Let me hear your top 5 in the comments. And also comment what type of video you want to see next. This is a channel where we post daily content. But until then, 21 subs away. Let's keep grinding.